How the market is hoping against hope. I think wishful thinking is that there would be a bazooka-like stimulus. Do you think that could be realistic over the next few days? Do you think that's the message that Beijing has received and the national team is working on?
Well, I think it's a remote possibility that you can get some sort of bazooka stimulus here. I think if we set the GDP target at about 5%, and I think in actual fact, the real growth is more like 4%. You actually don't need that much of a stimulus to get the economy going. And also, normally before a big bazooka stimulus that is coming our way, there tend to be whispers in the market, in the marketplace beforehand. And so far, we haven't heard anything just yet. And the proposal from some of the party Congress representatives have been quite muted as well. So I think so far, people are just sitting and watching and waiting for the 5% number tomorrow.
And what if it's more than 5%? How would the market? I mean, is there scope for surprise?
If it's more than 5%, then yeah, it's a positive surprise. But I think in actual fact, it will be quite difficult to get to there. If you look at the industries that has been performing well, that is the EV, the new energy industry. But because of the highly competitive nature of this industry, and also China is now the lowest cost producer in the world, there is a sort of the look of dumping some of the Chinese EVs onto the foreign markets, and they tend to invite a trade restriction and response. So I would say that for this year, if the high value industries could face some headwind and consumption sort of steady as it goes, but then property continue to L, then it would be another year of struggle for the Chinese economy.
On that front, though, then I would have to imagine that there's got to be a relative cap to what we can see from the China equity side, unless, of course, there's then expectation that the national team is going to continue to not only stabilise the equity markets, but engage in even further measures in order to juice it upside, in order to alleviate that the negative wealth effect that you're getting from the property market as well?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if the stock market starts to perform this year, after all, it's been falling for like 3 years, right? So it's very rare for an asset class to fall for 4 years in a row consecutively anywhere in the world. So if the Chinese market fell again this year, then it would be an unprecedented event. I think the national team has done a really good job. Before the Chinese New Year, it actually rescued the market, and I think since then the market had a very strong rebound, especially in the small caps. I think a rising market, tend to be a confidence booster, especially given the current situation. And in China, because hundreds of millions of people who have stock trading account, right? So they can benefit from a rising market as well. So I think the national team will continue to operate in the marketplace, and to support the market where it needs.